Did you ever stop to think how much fun you have with music? Like when you hum or whistle or sing? Well, just imagine how much fun it is if you play your own music on your own instruments. Instruments you make yourself. Let's take some water glasses and tap them with a spoon. Well, that's all right, except that they all make about the same sound. If we want them to make different musical sounds, we must fill them with different amounts of water. Well, that's better, except that the last one has a little too much water. Let's pour some more. Did you notice that the more water in the glass, the lower the notes? And the less water in the glass, the higher the notes? Now let's hunt for some empty pop bottles. Did you ever imitate the foghorn on one of those giant ocean liners by blowing into an empty pop bottle? Like this? Well, we don't want all the bottles to sound like foghorns, so we fill them with water too, until they sound like this. Do you notice that when there's more water in a bottle, it plays a high note? When there's less water, we get a low note? Now, why not make our own stringed instruments, like a double bass or bass violin? To play the bass violin, you pluck the string. That is, pull it out and let it go, like this. Or you hit it with a stick, like this. And there you have the musical note on the bass violin. But how about many notes? Just like any string on any instrument, it can play many notes. So while plucking the string, you move the handle slowly in one direction and then in another, like this. The tighter you make the string, the higher are the notes. And the looser the string, the lower of the notes. Now let's make a cello. It's smaller than the bass violin, and the string is made out of wire instead of cord. You play it just like the bass violin, but you'll notice that it sounds different, because the larger instruments play lower notes than the smaller ones, and wire sounds different from cord. Here's how our cello sounds. Now that we're playing our own music on our own instruments, the fun is just beginning. We can get together with our friends and have our own orchestra. All we have to do is make up some music. Now here's the first part, called walking. It's just like a march. Now the second part, called swinging. It's something like the dance called a waltz. And the last part of our kitchen music is called jumping. It sounds quite a bit like jazz.